Test, test. Alrighty. Let's get into this. I guess I should probably put a link to this in the Discord. See if anyone pulls up. Alrighty. That link is now in the Discord, so I'll get right into it. I guess the only other thing is I just have to, I could find a way to get the chat on screen. That would be really nice. If I could, if I open it here, so mute it so there's not like, yeah. Why is the chat not pulling up here either? Maybe you have to be like logged in? Weird. Okay. That's fine. So I have OBS open and it has the chat. The problem is just I only have one monitor, and so it's a little bit, I just have to like flip back and forth between OBS and Godot in order to see the chat. So I may not necessarily see chats right away if I'm really in the zone, but I will periodically look, and if there is someone who's chatting frequently, then I'll look more frequently for that. But let's see. Where did I leave off this morning? I do a substantial, not substantial, but like, no, definitely substantial. I do like a pretty good amount of game development literally just on the bus to work in the morning. Yeah, so I left it off at this challenge where you have to be careful not to get squished up here. And then I feel like I wanted to end this off with something similar. Maybe one where you go down. Or maybe, no, I think I wanted you to end up here somehow. So I just need to, let's see if I had a thing that, it's like, I guess you could be lifted up. Yeah, I could just have a moving platform lift you up. Like something like this. For that. I mean, actually this whole thing here could just be a moving platform too. It's not a bad idea. Just make this guy longer. So I extend it out like that. And did not mean to do that. Yeah, I think I just have a... What is this menu? The pop-up menu doesn't show up there. That's okay though. Doesn't really need to. So it's something like this and it just rotates up like that. Heck, I could even just repeat the challenge again, honestly. But maybe make it like, or it could be a similar deal where like it doesn't stop, so you just have to get off it before it completely obliterates you. So to add one of these, oh, not one of those, one of these, an area trigger, an area 2D, collision shape 2D, assign you don't have a release area, assign you, always on, I'll make you like so, rectangle, and this is good, I guess. Oops. Make sure I don't have any unwieldy transforms here. Yeah, that's fine. So if we have you, oops, that's the wrong way. -60. Yeah, that's fine, I think. And we'll make you like really slow to like really give you time to get off it. Okay. Make your line a bit longer. Let's say I want halfway to be like vertical, so come on. I'll move the whole thing over. Now let it back at 0. So willing to extend this out a bit. We make you a little shallower so I can just stop. And then that's this like so. And then I guess this guy then just needs to be about here. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Let's make sure this looks a little narrow, so I'm going to make sure that that is possible to get through without too much hassle. So let's see, we do this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's quite short. Although if there's a wall on the other side, I don't think that would be a problem. So let's just put that in real quick. I do not know what angle this is, but I don't think we necessarily need exact. Like, if I just do that, like that should be okay. Although I'll probably need to put a little extender thing on that one too, because otherwise your wheel gets pincered and then you just can't escape no matter what. So I think I'll do that. Oh, that's disgusting looking. I guess that gets covered up, or does it? No. It, I'm not sure why this one is different. Do I just need to reload? I don't know. I'll just give it a little. Let's see what gets drawn in front of what. What did I just? What? Where did you go? Okay, something weird happened. Whatever. It's a small visual glitch. Though, there we go. Now it is an invisible visual glitch. Ah. I see, it doesn't quite go far enough. Let's make it 4. Let's make it. I wonder how far that goes. Oh, yeah. Looks good. Well, in this case, then, maybe I do want this platform to rise up. smooth that out a little bit. And sure. That's a okay looking segment. Let's see how you play. Oh shit, I forgot to set your progress. There's a glitch where if you run the game and the progress isn't set to 0, it's just some obnoxious like transforms math that I just need to I guess figure out. But if you try to start the game and the wow, that is kind of hard. If you run the game when the progress isn't 0, then the collision shape and the line, the visual, will not be lined up. And so I just need to figure out how to make that not happen. But in the meantime, oh, I should put a little lip here so you can kind of relax on it for a bit instead of needing to like zoom out of there. Okay, hopefully that's a big enough lip to make it easier without chopping your head off. Oh, yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. The collision shape and the actual line. Maybe I should just fix that, because that is, like, low-key kind of an annoying bug. I can at least test to see whether it, like, works, though. I think the start area needs to be moved over, too. Oops. Right. Need to deselect you. View. I just... No, I cannot. This is it exactly 30 degrees? If it is, that's impressive. That I managed to get exactly that, not even intentionally. Yeah, actually it looks like we have clearance for an even wider lip if we deem this still too tricky. Although, that's not too bad. This might be a bit challenging. I will say that currently the way the level's laid out is, I would say the first challenge is this hump not flinging yourself off it by going too fast. Then next are these two. I would say that these are just not even a challenge. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the potentially 5th challenge in the entire game. I think it's okay. I'm not necessarily trying to make an easy game, but I would like it to be approachable. So these go up. Oops. That is funny though. this being kind of a steep drop is actually potentially dangerous. Not a huge deal. I think I'll leave that for now. And then I was thinking of having some like secret optional like challenge this way. I think I should probably put that in now so that the space is reserved for later in the level. One thing when I'm trying to design these is that I want to emulate one thing I really appreciate about the Donkey Kong Crash Course design, which is how tight it is. Pretty much the entire board is used in both of the main levels, and yeah, it feels like almost no space is wasted. I think the second level has a bit more empty space, but for the most part, it's very tightly designed, and I think it would be nice to have a similar sense of design like that, where it's very tight. And I'm finding that can be a little actually harder to achieve with 360 degrees of rotation, because it can be really easy to just be like, wow, you can go anywhere, and to just kind of go wherever. I guess there's not necessarily a need to restrict myself to trying to design them in exactly like a rectangular shape like I've got here, though, because I do have a lot more freedom than I guess what Donkey Kong Crash Course devs had. They probably restricted themselves on purpose, though, which is fine. Let's see, though. Let's see about making this a circle, though. So, let's see. It's 1,000, 100-ish. Or 1,050 to 850. It's about 250. Radius of 250. The offset would be with this. Okay. What are you at? You're at 11 and minus 770. Alright, so 11x and minus 65x. So that would be 76 as the x offset. You're at 1048, and you're at minus 770. So that's 278 is the y offset. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Not bad. I think that's a bit too small of a radius. Right, 278 I think should be the radius to align with that. Let me go ahead and delete these points. Oops, maybe not that one. Yeah. Points. Circle star index. What happens if I put a -1? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, that's fine. I think did it add a point? No. That point, 6, 7. Okay, this tangent here, yeah, that's fine. I need to update my rotating points function select which points specifically to rotate. Maybe I can also do like a start and end angle for the circle. I think that would be good, because right now my solution is, as you can see, just clicking the points one at a time. So at point number 7, if this is point 21, point number 7 should be way later. Oh, there. Why is 7 running all the way there? 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, geez, okay. See, yeah, that's actually kind of a, oops, kind of a problem. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, I think I need to update the make circle function if I want this to be more like practical. Insert circle. So yeah, it should be like, let's see here. Strat angle, start angle, end angle, doop, and pop. So then next angle is that. So then I just need to do export. 0 R, say 90. And how does this work now? I'll do 180. I'll do 24 points. 0. Okay, that's more fair, I think. And if I do like 90 to negative 90, and then just, yeah. Ah, there we go. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And there's just, we just have a bonus point here, but that's fine. I'll just take you out. And then, there we go. Perfect. The idea here is for, there to be like a collectible here. That you have to kind of like shimmy along the wall a bit to get. One thing that's a little bit tricky with these line nodes is the way that you can much more easily add points to the end than the start. So I'm having to kind of inchworm my way into this. I need like one more. There we go. And then okay. So what happens now if you that's just tricky. But you can just do this. And you get very close there. Oh, there. And then you have to find your way back. You can just kind of do that. I think that's a reasonable like little bonus area. Maybe I can make this particular section a little more deadly. And like if these points here is like 28, 29, 30, and 31. 31, what is it? 30, 20, and 28. If I were to just move them up by like 10. Oops. That doesn't look great. I mean, I don't necessarily have to move them up. I could actually just have this guy pincer down. Or just have one more, like, just add an extra platform. It's not a bad idea. Okay, so now, like, we get over there. So then now it's okay. Oops. Maybe this is where you insert of it. Like, you gotta... What is this? Like, how tight is that? I'm just trying to make it so you have to kind of like inch your way in without going too far, or you'll get like pinched. Like, okay, so we're here. That's not tight at all. Well, yeah, I think the key is having it be like downslope. So maybe actually maybe I don't even need to go all the way over here. Maybe I just have this like circle just start to like pinch in like here. And so the challenge then more so becomes like, how deep can you get in there before your head gets squished? Whoa, there, yeah. Okay, so I think that's actually a fairly reasonable, like, well, actually a very challenging little bonus for me, or I might actually need to make it easier to make it fun to get the star, although it is also kind of in a case where it's like how close can I get there? Yeah, if I put the star like kind of here, like right as it's starting to get a little bit narrower. So right around here, I think that could be a good way to make this work. Oh. Okay. Well, I think I'm alright with that for now then. So we move back to this. So we get through here. You do that. You get off there before it's too late. And then you get a checkpoint around here. Yippee! So then I guess what next? So have kind of like concept of staying, like trying to balance on the platform as it rotates. It might be time to start putting out like the idea of like the deadly platforms, maybe? I also want to think like how fun is this to speed run through too? Because that's the other consideration, is like trying to make it fun to run through it. And in cases like this where you're just kind of waiting, you don't really get to like fly through it, which is kind of my intention, or like a goal of mine is to make it so you can theoretically kind of just fly through the whole level. So like even at the start here, you can flip onto that, if I could remember how to do that, and be good at the game. Be good at my own damn video game. Who would have thought? Who would have thought I'd be bad at my own game? But it's tough. But yeah, we kind of just like entire first section here, and then now we're in the ceiling. Curious. Anyways, so we made it here. Then, like, to make this interesting, how to do so. Going on the wall was pretty cool. What also might be doable is if this were to be opened up. Yeah, okay. I'll just add a point here. Bring that point there. And platform 6 here. I'll move you up like... I'll move you out of the way just to get into their platform without having to make one way out of order. So the order of the children is roughly the actual order here. So yeah, so that actually does kind of make a difference, because the trigger to make this platform rise and this platform drop is this rectangle right here. So now, if you're able to, like, kind of flip onto the ceiling there before triggering it, then... How did I only trigger that one? I thought the areas were overlapping. Well, anyways, you can kind of get on the ceiling here, and then you can maybe... I'll put a sort of bypass route where you go around, like you go around the whole thing, maybe? That's tough. Maybe, oh yeah, that could work though, because if I put like a ceiling here, and then just have another trigger area, so I have you, but I can just add another collision shape. Like, that's allowed. And then, so I'll have you, but then this one can have its length, like, extended out, so that I can save myself another platform there. Let's extend you out then. Although, can't make it too easy. There still needs to be, like, a distinct lip here. So what I'll do is, firstly, let's move you out again. I can move this point here. I can put this up like that. And then I could just kind of make like a little dome of sorts here. Oops. raise you up just a tad more. Perfect. So now we have ourselves a little dome. And then yeah, I would just want this to I put the trigger like somewhere silly, like right here. I'll have this platform. For now, I'll just kind of have it chilling here, I guess. But yeah, I'll put the trigger here. So then I flip and I'm off to the races. Like once I'm here, whoops. Whoa. Oof. That's also kind of sick, not gonna lie. I think I kind of clipped through the floor a bit to trigger that one early. Wait. Yeah, I don't know. I think I must have clipped through the floor a bit to trigger this one early. But like, yeah, if you were to then find your way around, or how that happen, I guess. That's not even that much. Wait, what? How did I get inside? If I get inside of here, okay, I'm safe, I guess. Yeah. The idea though is the speedrunner somehow makes their way around here. Heck, it could even just be as straightforward as like you can effectively, like if you really time it well, you can just kind of pop yourself right on there without issue. And if you manage to get here, like so, which is certainly possible if not, although not easy by any means. I suppose actually that's not that much easier. Let's put you here. Okay, that's like, it's doable, and then with even more schmoving, you could smash against the checkpoint at least. It's like totally doable, and honestly, like if someone got really good at the game, I think they could pull it off. And having this open early is super based. The question then, I think, kind of then becomes though, like, is it faster to go like all the way around, or is it faster to go like, because these don't take that long. Like it's frankly not actually like, you don't really need to wait that long. This guy goes up, and you could just kind of do this. Like you don't actually need to wait wait for this guy to go up. You can also go over the top like so. Honestly, then that kind of creates an interesting dichotomy. Trichotomy? I don't know. Maybe then this could be almost like a bonus route? Or maybe maybe what this could be is like, you could skip half the level. Like I could just intentionally, like maybe this one, it goes down and you have to get off early. And then it brings you kind of around here. And there's like one more sort of platform thing happening here. And so slipping through here could allow you to skip this whole area here. I do just kind of like let you skip the entire level, don't I? I don't know. But I'll say I'm losing focus a bit here. It was a long day. As per usual, I woke up around like 5 in the morning and worked for a while and then came home. So I think it's about time to stop the stream. I'll probably continue working off stream later into the night, but I think I just need to take a bit of a break now.